It already started. Hi, my name is Sunshine Grant, and this is for comm 4310. And let's start with the first question. How do you think the millennial generation feels about the concept of servant leadership? So, in my notes, I have that servant leadership is defined as a set of practices that enriches the lives of individuals, builds better organizations, and creates a more just and caring world. I feel like it's not only talking about equality, but equity as well. And with servant leadership, you share powers, and it puts the needs of others first, and it helps people develop and perform at their best. It also encourages and supports one another, and it's a rethinking of a hierarchy relationship, because someone is not just telling you what to do per se. It's more of a relationship and understanding how things work and which ways you can communicate in order to make things work better and more efficiently. I would not have any problem with servant leadership role. I actually would have an issue with, I guess, the old school way of doing things where someone would just tell you to do something. I think that now we should adapt something very similar, if not the same thing, of a servant leadership. Okay, question number 2, it is explain what is meant by leaders are born rather than made. When I think of the concept of leaders being born rather than made, I understand it completely. Something in you just has to be a natural born leader. You have to have that natural instinct. That's not a behavior that can be taught, it's a behavior that you are born with. Um, it's the originality of thought, thoughts that inspire and teach others. That's not something that someone can teach you. Someone can't teach you to inspire someone. Either you have a story to inspire someone or you do not. It encourages, courage to stick together to their views. Okay, basically, the courage to stick to your views regardless of what someone else thinks. Oftentimes, leaders have to stand alone because as a follower, you're not following the trend, you're setting the trend. So when you first set the trend, there's not anyone that's doing what you're doing. So you may be alone, you may look a little crazy, but a natural born leader will be okay with that. And the qualities of a natural born leader are also just dominance and self-confidence, truly believing in yourself and not feeling any type of way of how someone else would feel, or not following the ideas of someone else, but just moving how you want to move. And not everyone is born that way. Some people do need direction. Okay, question number 3. Why do followers put up with bad leaders? For this one, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Their need for leadership and direction, their lack of drive, per se, like within themselves, and their dependency. If you want to follow someone, you will follow someone. If you do not want to follow someone, you will not follow someone. There are times to where there are followers whose instincts are to not follow them. However, naturally, that's just what they do. So that's what they continue to do. It's that need for dependency. Number 4, how does the feminist perspective of leadership differ from masculine perspective? Why do you subscribe to it? I would most definitely go with the feminist perspective. I mean, I am a woman, so we can definitely start right there. But I like the idea of working together versus being told what to do. The benefits of a feminist perspective of leadership is to, 1, empower followers to make decisions and to act independently. It's not that need for micromanaging. Also, another benefit is to work for collective goals rather than independent goals. Being a team, we work together. And with the idea of feminist perspective, that's the concept in mind, is to work with one another. Again, it's not a hierarchy system. You can come and talk to someone. You can feel comfortable if you need to. It's more flexible and it is more team oriented. And our final question would be, discuss if you would change which organization you support depending on the level of corporate social responsibility. I actually think it's quite important to pay attention to corporate social responsibility, because when choosing to devote your time and energy to a company, you want to make sure that there is some integrity there, that there is trust there, and that you can build and grow with this company. For my notes, this is what I have. It's basically, corporate social responsibility is a balanced approach for organizations to address economic, social, and environmental issues in a way that aims to benefit people, communities, and societies. Again, it's that need for social equity and economic growth. If the employees are happy, then the company will be more prosperous. If company shows they care, it increases energy and employee morale. And I think that that is something that you would definitely want in your company. And I think that's all I have. So thank you for listening.